I'm in a different location. Now, I know I said I was going to university, but change of plan last minute. I thought, no, I can't go this year. I'm not ready. I don't want to go, and all these different things. So I'm now living back in Newcastle with the family. Hence the reason you can see a big bunch of toys behind me. I'm sharing a room with my sister. It's not actually that bad. She's only 5, and it's really cute, and everything's pink. Yeah. So I will be using this location for quite a while, different areas around the house, to be honest with you. So at least you'll get a change of scenery. But yeah, so from now on my videos will be in this house for quite a while anyway. So today I'm going to be talking about the Catherine Tate show, and this is without a doubt one of my favourite comedy shows ever. It's very similar to Little Britain in the way that it's sketches, but obviously the big difference being there's 2 of them, there's 1 of Catherine. And I adore Catherine as an actress. Being a massive Doctor Who fan, I adore Catherine as Donna Noble. But of course I did like Catherine before Donna. So when I heard she's going in Doctor Who, I was like, that is brilliant. Now I do prefer her in Doctor Who. Like, if I were given the choice of watching Doctor Who or the Catherine Tate show, I'd watch Doctor Who. But all the same, I love the Catherine Tate show. Now it first aired in 2004, and it ran for 3 seasons up until 2006. But she's still doing like sketch shows and specials for charity and things, but I'll talk about them soon. And the executive producer is Geoffrey Perkins. And it's created by Catherine Tate, of course, and Derren Little. Derren Little has worked for things like EastEnders and things, loads of great shows like that. What I think it makes it special is the cast. The cast is hysterical. Pretty much everybody on it has amazing comic timing. Of course, Catherine herself has fantastic comic timing. She's just hysterical. Then you have Mathew Horne, who's quite well known, of course. Then you have Niky, Wardley and Angela MacColl. They're all basically recurring characters as various. But Catherine obviously has her set characters. I won't go into every single character she's ever played because there are so many. I mean, there are ones that she uses all the time in every 3rd or 4th sketch. And then there are characters that you'll see maybe once or twice and you don't really remember them, but they're still funny. Obviously Bernie the nurse is one that sticks in my mind. I think she's quite funny. Then you have Lauren, the schoolgirl, Lauren Cooper. She was the first ever character I saw Catherine play. Now, I was a kid. Well, I say I was a kid, I would have been 12. I didn't really understand the whole why is she being somebody else on a game show, because it was the first time I ever saw her. It was like it was one of the comic relief things, and I couldn't understand how it was a normal game show. It was one of the Simon Amstel things or something, and I couldn't understand how she was being a character on a game show. I would have thought the actress would have done it. Obviously I understand it now, but it took me quite a while to get my head around that. And then obviously the favourite one is Nan. Everybody loves Nan. She is hysterical. She moans all the time about everything, and she has the best laugh. And you just forget that it's Catherine. You watch her and it's like you have to bring yourself back down to earth to realise that under all that makeup and all the costume and things, it is Catherine. And you just forget. She's so brilliant. It's with most of the characters, unless it's obvious, unless she's kept the ginger hair and she looks similar to herself. But when she takes on this whole different persona and looks so different, you just forget that it's Catherine completely, and I think that is golden for the show itself. Yeah, so as well as those casts, they've been like, obviously because in each sketch there's different people, and sometimes celebrities will come in, like bigger names are brought in just because they're celebrities. For example, Jill Halfpenny's done it, Paul O'Grady, Natalie Cassidy. In one of the Gingers for Justice one, Patsy Palmer did it. Tom Ellis. And of course my absolute favourite one is David Tennant. I love David more than life. He does the sketches because for Comic Relief and for Christmas and all these different ones, there are different sketches. For Comic Relief, I think it was the last Comic Relief, there was a sketch where David was playing an English teacher. I know there was this whole thing about Billy Piper and things, and he turned he turned Catherine into Lauren into a mini Billy Piper figure and things. Oh, it was just fantastic. Just David, brilliant. And then of course he was in the Christmas one this year with Nan, and that was heart melting. I loved it, brilliant. I just love him completely. But yeah, so the specials are really good. So as I said, she is still doing specials, mainly as Lauren or as Nan. They're sort of two iconic characters. There are other ones that people remember. But at the end of the day, if you were asked to name a Catherine Tate character from her sketches, it's going to be Lauren or it's going to be Nan 9 times out of 10. You can buy the DVDs. I have the first 2 on DVD. I'm going to get the third one and then I'm going to buy the specials. They're not that expensive. I think I paid about a tenner for both of my first 2. That could be different now. That was a few years ago. The specials are about a £5 each. There's a handful of specials on DVD, but it's definitely worth getting. I love the Catherine Tate show. While I wish she was still making them, it would mean that she wouldn't have had time to do, or she probably wouldn't have had time to do Doctor Who. So I'm pleased she did Doctor Who over the sketches. But at the end of the day, we have lots of lovely sketches, hours of them. I never get bored of them, and I just think she is hysterical and one of the funniest women ever. I love her. But yes, feel free to leave comments and things and let me know your thoughts on the show. The show obviously isn't for a very young audience. It's not as bad as Little Britain in the way that it's out there and it's quite crude and things. It's not as bad as Little Britain. I should have checked. I can't remember the certificate on the DVDs. But I think it's less than Little Britain, possibly equal. Actually no, saying that, Nan does swear quite a bit. It's not as vulgar. Obviously if you've got like Little Britain, you've got Bubbles and things, and Anne and everything, and all these kind of sick images. Whereas Catherine Tate is more, the humour is in her voice, the humour is vocal. And for example, that one who screams at Rice Krispies is hilarious. So that's what I like about it, because I'm not really, while I like Little Britain, I'm not a massive fan of the whole visual, disgusting thing they do. I mean, I like it, but I prefer Catherine Tate's natural humour. I think that's really nice. So it's definitely brilliant. All I can hear is Nan saying, "What a liberty." I love it. So yeah, feel free to leave comments and things and let me know your thoughts. Maybe you don't like the show. If you haven't seen it and you are old enough, give it a chance. Watch some of the clips on YouTube. I know a lot of the David Tennant ones are on YouTube. That's brilliant. But feel free to leave comments and things and let me know your thoughts, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.